Hello and welcome to our summer transfer rater. I'm Geo from hammerschat.com and I've got Charlie in the hot seat tonight. He will be given 45 seconds per new transfer to give a quick summary as to why he's rating them and giving them a rating out of 10. 0 being crap, 10 being absolutely majestic. I will kiss David Sullivan's feet. Before we move on, I'd just like to remind you, our game against Watford on Saturday, we have got our boats up and running. If you've never been on them before, do come and experience them. We've still got some spaces left for pre-match, and also plenty of spaces left for the post-match. It's our first ever time in post-match. So don't queue at the Olympic Stadium after the game. Come down. There's a barbecue and there's beers. There's more information on our forum at hammerschat.com, and also just click the link below. But fantastic value. Kids are more than welcome as well. So I hope to see as many of you there. Now, Charlie, are you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be, yes.
If you disagree with Charlie, do comment below in the YouTube or pop onto our forum at hammerschat.com. There will be a thread, and we want your ratings as well. But this is just Charlie's rating, right? Charlie, we've got 12 new signings here. We made 13. We're not doing Lanzini because we both give him 10 out of 10, and I hope everyone else does as well. So we're doing the other 12. Let's do this. Your first player, Feghouli.
Feghouli, I think, is a fantastic player. He played incredibly for Valencia for a few seasons, and he is a definite upgrade on what we had. The fact that people are leaving out Antonio in some of their starting 11s in once Feghouli gets back shows how good he is. For me, I would say that's a 9 out of 10.
It's 9 out of 10 as well for me. Fernandez.
I don't know much about him. I've spoken to Mitch from Hammer's Chat about him. He's very high on him. He says he's very good, but ultimately, I don't think we needed him. I do think from his goal recently, he seems like he will come good. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10, but no, that's on the provider that I don't know much about him.
Never heard of him, never seen him, read some nice reports. 6 out of 10 for me. Martinez.
Signs look super promising. Great goals in the youth game so far. He looks like someone who is above that level and playing at it because there isn't space. If people get injured again after the international break, I could quite see him happily stepping up. 7 out of 10.
Loads of goals last season for the under-21s. Started on fire this season. Fantastic potential. 8 out of 10 for me. The Spanish right back, Arbeloa.
I'm a big fan of this signing. I think we could have I really wanted us to get a European-ready first-choice right back, and he's a little bit too old for that category. How cheap he is, free. I'm very, very happy with it. 8 out of 10.
Low cost, low risk, high reward. 8 out of 10 for me as well. Nordveit.
I think he has been. I think he's been decent. There's room for improvement there. He's been decent, but he's played at a high level for a long time. He's got all the attributes, I think, to succeed, and he gives us something from that defensive midfield position that no one else really has in the squad. He's got that defensive capabilities, and I think he's got a bit of the pass about him as well, which I'm really happy with. So I'm going to give him a 7, but I reckon it could move up to an 8, but 7 for now.
Not sure what he can do so far. Plenty time. 7 out of 10 for me. Andre Ayew.
I'm a big fan of Ayew. I think he's a good player. I'm happy that we've got him. I think we paid too much for him, and I don't necessarily think we need him. However, he is going to be a first-choice player when he comes back and is fully fit. 7 out of 10.
The signing I was most happy with, believe it or not, versatile, can play in loads of positions, quite young, strong, powerful, fantastic. 8 out of 10 for Geo. Quina.
I'm very, very, very happy with the signing of Quina. Chelsea wanted to keep him. Every time I've seen him, he has ball control and an ability to drift past players, unlike anyone else we really have in the squad, apart from possibly Payet. I really, really like him. Obviously, he's super young. I'm hoping to see him maybe once or twice this season, but further down the line, I think it could look like an incredible signing. I'm going to go with 8.
Never heard of him, but loads of rave reviews. 7 out of 10 for me. Masuaku.
I'm happy with this one. He looks decent. He looks decent. He started very strongly. Whether he continues that is remain to be seen. But he looks good. He said himself that he needs to work on his defensive duties, and I think that's something which could really hinder his performances in the Premier League. But so far, I haven't really seen much shown of that. So I'm going to give him a 7.
Don't think he's done anything wrong since joining us. Looks like he's got everything in his locker to be a top Premier League left back. 9 out of 10 for me. Töre.
Okay, so Töre I don't think he's been as bad as popular opinion says. I think he's been fine, but in a team that has been largely fine to bad anyway. Slav wanted him since he came here. He's got him on a loan. He's got a year to prove himself, and I am confident that he will go ahead to do that. But given his slow start, it can only be a 6 from me.
As you said, Slav wants him. He's got loads of potential. I expect him to do better. But going by what I've seen so far, 5 out of 10 for me. Fletcher.
Reports out of Man United were that he was lower down the pecking order than Rashford and Will Keane and James Wilson. But I don't see any of that. I think he's close to being a Premier League ready striker already. I don't necessarily think he should lead our front line, but he seems to have everything. He drops deep. He gets involved with the play. He seems to have that knowledge of just where to be at the right time, which is something that is vital for a striker. I'm really, really happy with him.
He's got the potential, he's got the build, and he's certainly got the instinct. 7 out of 10 for me. Jonathan Cleary.
All potential, hoping he turns into a Lanzini type. He's obviously missed some absolute howlers, but he was in the games I've seen him, he's made some really good, smart runs. Once we get players back in the team who are capable of opening up the defenses, that last line of defense, I think we could start to see a really consistent scorer on our hands. But he just has to make up for those misses because he's missed a couple of absolute sitters. 7 out of 10.
Nothing to excite me yet. However, we're judging the transfer deal. There's no option to buy. I do not like that. Just a 5 out of 10 for me on this one. Finally, our potential record to be signing, Zaza.
This is the most difficult one, I think, because he's someone who is clearly talented. You don't get to Juventus by not being talented. He did very, very well at Sassuolo. Juventus saw enough that they wanted to make sure they got him in order to sell him on for a profit at a later date. I like him. I think he's an upgrade on Sacco. I think he's better than all of the out-and-out strikers we have apart from Andy Carroll. I think the potential fee at the end is probably overpaying for him. However, I am 100% confident that by the end of the season, we will see someone who is worth being in our first team and probably being our leading striker. An 8 out of 10.
He's got a year to live up to his price tag before we throw the price tag pressure on his shoulders. If he has a hard season, if he does well this season, next season the price tag will seem like peanuts for a Premier League striker. That's proven. 7 out of 10 for me. Loads of potential. Looking forward to it. Charlie, transfer rating for the whole window overall, giving our going out, including Tompkins, Joey O'Brien, some of our loanees, you can include them if you want to, and all the players we just spoke about, plus Lanzini. And you could also include the fact we've kept Ogbonna and we've kept Dimitri Payet.
I'm very happy with our window. I think that the squad is no doubt improved. It is more permanent than it was last year as well. Last year was at almost a similar level to now, but it was bolstered by some vital loan deals which had no clauses at the end. I'm happy with our squad. I think we've got an incredibly strong base to build on for years to come. It's unfortunate that we missed out on some of our top targets. It's unfortunate we didn't get a world-class right back and a world-class striker, but I'm very, very happy with the squad. 8 out of 10.
For me, the only flaw is no marquee striker. However, we've got the next best thing. It was confirmed by the Lyon president. We did actually bid 42.5 million for Lacazette. You can't ask for the board to do more than that. They did it. They tried to get in. They tried to get Batshuayi. They went for the big guys. They couldn't get the big guy. So they've got who they think is the next best option in Zaha. I couldn't ask for more. And we kept Dimitri Payet, which everybody, apart from West Ham fans, was predicting would not happen. 9 out of 10 from Geo. But anyway, yous at home, let us know your ratings for each individual transfer. Me and Charlie disagree with some, agree with the others. You can let us know if you agree or disagree. Come on to our forum at hammerschat.com. There's a thread there. The link for the thread will be below, or comment below. But also, hopefully we'll see you on the boat. Make sure, keep subscribing. We have a big announcement coming at the end of this week, and we've also got a few giveaways happening this week as well. Thank you for watching.